All right, I have got Instinct Amphitheater pulled up here. Howdy Do's deck. What are we looking at here?
So this is the newest fire aggro deck on the scene. I took something like this cold turkey to the open and went 15-13, worst performance in a while. Was not happy with myself, but to do things right, the idea is, hey, get on the board quickly and attack your opponent. Try to empty your hand quickly as well, so you can activate Angelo Poundmaster. I'm not sure how to pronounce that name.
Yeah, I think it's D'Angelo, but yeah, however.
and spam 4/4 chargers while also growing a really big prowling Amarok, not prowling A rank, to a very large attack value. And there's also the new variation of the Tatra Twist combo in the form of Auto Tread, Amphitheater, and Soyu Spellshaper, in that when you have all the Spellshaper on Auto Tread with the Amphitheater out, when you ping your opponent with the Auto Tread with the Spellshaper, it draws a card to replace the card it discarded, and Malaga Amphitheater generates power to replace the power you spent to activate it. So you literally throw your entire deck at your opponent's head. So if this were a paper, you would literally pick up your deck and jam it in your opponent's face. So that's what the combo does. It is a loop, it is a kill, and it's kind of silly, but that's what the deck does. In addition to just being a classic play small units, go wide, and attack you in the face.
All right, sounds good. Let's switch over to Yoda's deck real quick. This one is probably no stranger to anyone, but it's been a little bit of a while since we've seen it, and it's got a couple of new toys here. So what are we looking at the changes and the updates to the Elysian Geralt deck?
So this is literally... No, I don't think it's quite literally my teammate Netscape Navigator's list, because that list was running 3 copies of Mandatory Retirement, if I recall correctly, and no copies of Mavlov Hunter. As interesting as that may sound, but the nerf really did a number to her, in addition to Mandatory Retirement actually coming out. So, this deck, we all know what it basically does. It's trying to really ramp up the Primal Influence. Ideally, wants to get an unanswered Wump flip that just runs away with the game. And if that doesn't do it, then you have your Master Conjurer that spawns, and ideally, an endless sky of 4/4s. And then there's still the Geralt that, can pull a win out of a hat by chaining off spells, whether it's tropes from the Silex, whether it's the single copy of Accelerate Evolution. We know how it works at this point. I think it needs no introduction.
We do. All right, well, our players are ready, so we're about to get down to the action. But first off, WatchWolf92 couldn't have asked for a better person to be the 1,000th follower. So congratulations, WatchWolf92, on grabbing that 1,000th follower. Also, thank you to Sitar and Dragon Noble for the follows, and Platypus King with another raid. But that's enough of that. It's time for some Eternal